Good morning, children. Welcome to the social science class. Today, we shall discuss the first chapter of civics of class 9. The name of the chapter is What is Democracy? Why Democracy? Children, we are living in the country where we say that we are a democratic country. Okay, our country is a democratic country. What do you know about democracy? This is the question. The question must have been asked by the teachers in the previous classes also. Democracy plays very important role in the development of any country. In this chapter, we shall discuss why democracy is important, how the people have succeeded in order to have democratic regimes. We shall also discuss the difference between democratic and non-democratic rulers. At the same time, there are other topics which will be discussed in this chapter, like free and fair electoral competition, one person, one vote, one value, major decisions by elected leaders, arguments for democracy, arguments against democracy, etc. Now, democracy is very important in the context of the rule in modern times. The simple definition of democracy is that democracy is a form of government where the rulers are elected by the people. Okay? Where the rulers are elected by the people. You have been taught earlier that in monarchy, okay, in monarchy only the monarch rules, the king rules. Where the monarch, the king, is not elected by the people. In ancient times, in the medieval times, okay, in history we have discussed a lot about the rule of the kings, where there was not any provision of elections. Okay, elections were not held that time. The government was not formed by the people. Okay, so the king ruled, and he ruled generally in an autocratic manner. Okay, whatever he wanted to do, he did. There was no control on the powers of the kings. Okay, in ancient time, in medieval times, but in modern times, we rarely see the rule of the kings in any country. However, there are some countries in the world where the rulers are not elected by the people. Okay, there are the dictators. Okay, dictator is a ruler, is a person who is not elected by the people and he rules the country in an autocratic manner. Okay, so the people are not allowed to speak against such rulers. So democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. I hope this is clear. Okay. So how the rulers are elected? It's an important question, children. In democracy, elections are held. Okay. In previous time, there was no provision of elections. Okay. But in modern times, elections are held. Okay. As in case of our country, the elections are held in the country for 5 years. Okay, after the 5 years, elections are held again. Okay, the new government is formed. Elections are held to the parliament. They are also held in the legislative assemblies. Okay, in the states where the government are formed. Okay, we have discussed in class 8 and in class 7 also about the formation of the government. Or we shall discuss about this topic in class 9 also. Okay. So children, one of the most popular quotations of democracy, you must have heard, is of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the president of the United States of America. Once he quoted that democracy is the government of people, for the people and by the people. Okay, democracy is the government of people, for the people and by the people. This is the best definition of democracy. So children, what happens in democracy? The major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Okay, as I just told you that in ancient time, in medieval times, when there was not the provision of elections, so the kings ruled and they did not allow the people to say anything against them. But in modern times, okay, there is constitution. Okay, constitution, as we shall discuss about the features of the Indian Constitution in the next chapter. Okay, the constitutional design. But so in the modern times, okay, there is the provision of constitution. So the government is formed on the basis of the provisions that are laid in the constitution of any country. So that's why in democracy the rulers do not enjoy unlimited powers. There is a checks and balance system. Okay, the people have certain rights. In democracy, the rulers cannot exploit the people. People, as in our country, we have already discussed in Part 8 that fundamental rights are given to the citizens. As if you take the example of our constitution, Indian constitution, you will find that there are 6 fundamental rights which are provided to the Indian citizens. Okay, so the government is supposed to work according to the rights of the people also. Okay, it is not supposed to rule according to its wishes. They have to work according to the provisions of the constitution. So when the elections are held, after elections the rulers are elected, the new government is formed. So in non-democratic regimes, when the elections are held, they are not free and fair elections. Generally, we find the cases of cheating where the rulers use dirty tricks in order to win the elections and they form the government. Okay, as it happens in China or in case of Zimbabwe, okay, Mexico. Okay, we shall discuss about these countries in coming topics when I shall discuss with these topics with you. So, but in democracy, there is the provision of free and fair electoral competition. Okay, it doesn't matter who wins, who loses, but the election should be free and fair. Okay, there should not be any kind of unfair means. We should generally, sometimes during elections, we find that political parties use these unfair means in order to win the elections. But there are laws at the same time to control the unfair means of political parties. Okay. And next point, next feature of democracy is that there's one person, one vote and one value. Okay. In democracy, all the people are treated equally, irrespective of their caste, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their gender. All the citizens are treated equally. There is no discrimination in the name of religion, caste. Okay, so that's why when the elections are held, so every person, when he contests, whether he contests election or he casts his vote, so all the people are treated equally. So there's one person, one vote, one value. Okay, means one person is not allowed to cast is vote twice in an election. Okay, it whether it does not matter at all whether a person belongs to any high class or irrespective of his position in society. Okay, so सभी लोग वोट डाल सकते हैं और सभी को वोट डालने का अधिकार है. हर आदमी एक ही वोट डालता है. So children, it's very important. Now some most important features of democracy, because the question arises, why democracy? Why do we need democracy? Why is democracy considered the best form of government? This question is generally asked to the students. Okay, why democracy is considered best form of government? So children, you must note down, okay, all these points which I am going to discuss with you. The first is the argument for democracy. The first point is about the which makes democracy the best form of government is it is more accountable form of government. Okay, more accountable form of government means when the elections are held, when the rulers are elected by the people, when the governments are formed. In case of our country, when there is a state government, central government, so these rulers are supposed to be accountable to the people, whatever they are doing. Okay, whatever they are doing, they are accountable. सरकार जो भी काम करती है उसको जवाब देना पड़ता है. The government, that's why they cannot say कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So this is not acceptable in democracy. The government is supposed, the rulers are supposed to be more accountable. Okay, towards the people, because when the government is formed in the election, the political parties, they go to the people, they make promises, okay, to the people what they would do after they are voted to power. So once the government is formed, when the elections are held, when the government is formed, though, then the governments have to work according to the promises they have made in the elections, in their election manifesto. That's why this is very important, accountability. And second feature of democracy is that democracy improves the quality of decision making. Quality of decision making means in non-democratic regimes, okay, in any country, if there is no democracy, the rulers are not elected by the people. So what happens? So they do not consult other people. Okay, once there is only one ruler, so he takes the decision himself. So they do not consult other people. So how can it be possible for them that the decision which is taken by the rulers is correct? But in democracy, when the government takes some important decision, okay, they consult many people. They before they take the decision, the views of the people are respected. Okay, they are considered, they are taken into consideration. That's why it is said that democracy improves the quality of decision making. And children, next point is next feature of democracy, the argument for democracy, that democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. Differences and conflicts. Differences are natural. Okay, so there are different people, they have different expressions, they have different views. In democracy, people have the right to express their views. But in democracy, in non-democracy, what happens when the people generally, when they express their ideas and if they go against the wishes of the government, so they are harassed, they are tortured. Okay, repressive measures are taken by the rulers against them. But in democracy, what happens? There is a method to deal with differences and conflicts. Rulers talk to the people, they conduct meetings, Okay, they try to come to reach the consensus. Okay, so that there is an amicable solution to the problems when they arise in society uh, among the different social or religious groups. And then we come to the next point, that is democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. In non-democratic regimes, okay, people are not respected. Okay, we have seen many examples in history where the rulers harassed the intellectuals. Even they did, even in modern times, when we watch television channels, we read in the newspapers about some dictators, okay, who are ruling right now in the world, what action they take against the citizens of their country. But it is not possible in democracy, because in democracy people are respected, their dignity is given most importance. So democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. So children, these are very important points which make democracy the best form of government. That's why in today's class uh, we are discussing arguments for democracy. Okay, I hope you must have understood. If there is any question, any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay, the next class I shall discuss the arguments against democracy. Okay, children. Thank you very much.